As we continue our lessons on percent in lessons 4 through 9, we are talking about percent increase and decrease and percent markup and markdown. These are not new problems. We are still using our percent equation. They are the same problems we've been doing. It's just we've changed the situation a little bit. Now, notice our percent equation here starts with quantity. The quantity is still our part. It's just a revision of our part. The part represents the amount of change, either increase or decrease, after we make the change. So that's why it's labeled differently here. The whole represents the original amount. So let's look at some examples. John increased his trading card collection by 5 cards. He originally had 15 cards. What is the percent increase? We want to know how much it changed. So our percent is our what? Our whole, which is our original, this is original, is 15 cards. And our quantity, our part, our quantity is a 5 card increase. This is how much it changed. So we simply use our percent equation here. 5 card change is what percent times our 15 card original. Divide both sides by 15 and we get X is 0.333 repeating, multiply by a 100, and that is a 33.3% increase. So he has 133% more cards, but we are looking at what is the change. That's a 33% increase. So be careful with the wording. Let's look at our percent decrease example. Ken wants to reduce the number of calories he eats by no more than 7%. This is an inequality. He usually eats 2,500 calories per day. There's our original. How much should he reduce his calories? So this is our change. We want to know how much the calories should change. So our percent is 7%, so 0.07, we divide by 100. Our part is X, our quantity, our change here is X, and we want it to be no more than is less than or equal to our percent times our original, which gives us 175. So we know that Ken needs to eat less than or equal to 175 calories. He needs to decrease his calorie intake by less than or equal to 175 calories. So 100 calories would be good, 200 calories would not. So percent increase and decrease is just the wording. Be very careful with that. Percent markup and markdown. These are our real world purchasing problems that we talked about. Markup and markdown is where we actually increase and decrease our percent from our 100%. So if we look at our examples here, a bead store buys beads at wholesale prices and then uses a 75% markup. The beads cost the store $9.14. This is our original. We want to find the selling price. So that's what you pay after the store marks it up. There are 2 ways to do this. The first way is that we can find our 75%, which would be an increase of $6.86, and then we would add those together and get a selling price of $16. Method 2, we pay 100% of the store's cost plus the extra 75%. So we can add our percents together before we even start. So we can say that our price is 175% of our original because we've added the markup onto it already. And that's just our $16. Let's look at a discount. The Discount Superstore is advertising a 20% off sale, and our original price is $18.50. So we know that we are taking 20% off. We can find 20% of the $18.50, and this is a decrease. So we would subtract from the original, and then our sale price would be $14.80. But once again, the easier way to do this is to take the discount before we subtract our 20% from our 100%, and then we know that we are only paying 80% of the original price, and we end up with a sale price of $14.80. We have another example here. A car costs $3,000. A dealership will mark up a car so that they make money off of it. The dealership, you would pay 20% more, so that would be 120% of our $3,000. And the dealership charges you $3,600. Now, if you're selling your car to a private person, you might discount it by 20% so that someone will buy it. Here we subtract. We know that we're paying 80% of the $3,000 price. 80% of $3,000 is $2,400. So an increase, we add. A decrease, we subtract from our 100%, and then just use our percent equation. So percent increase and decrease and markup and markdown are just an extension of the percent problems we've already been doing. These are our real world problems. If we are looking for increase and decrease, we are looking for the amount over 100 or under 100. We are looking for the change. And if we are doing markup and markdown problems, we use our increased or decreased 100%. So just be careful when you are reading these, and I'm sure you will do fine. I hope you have fun with our percent problems.